though, the blue circle on your taskbar that has the video in it? Because the Zoom likes to hide behind everything.
Yeah,
Okay.
it keeps
It's
doing
my
that.
first time.
We are live.
I'm a Zoom virgin.
That's okay.
Welcome, Teresa.
Most people did not know how to do a Zoom until they did it here. So everybody has to do it a first time, and it's hard to understand. For those of you who are in the Zoom, up at the top, if you're on a computer, you can see either speaker view or what's it? Oh, I just clicked it. Gallery, I think. So gallery is where we can see everybody. And we have 23 people in here. So welcome, everybody.
And on gallery, if someone speaks, it'll often highlight it and make it big
Yeah,
for you.
little box around here.
Yeah. So thank you, everybody who's here. I usually want to say something, or like I think, oh, I should tell them in my next Patreon Hangout. I don't remember anything, and I even try to write things down. I can't remember if I wrote it down and if I did, where it is.
I have to put things in the notes section of my phone. The thing.
Yeah, I have thousands of notes.
Me too. But I have sections, and then underneath I have other things.
So, first off, I want to say thank you. Just thank you for all your support and everybody. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here doing videos. Okay, we got noise.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it was my
okay.
paper.
If your phone rings or somebody walks in or something happens, you can always mute yourself. And first off, I want to say, for those of you who support at $15 or more, who's done it the last 3 months, you're going to get this pin. 100 of you got an email that it was shipped with a tracking number. Ignore it.
Okay.
I really wanted to ship those out, but through the software we go through, we can only do 100 at a time. So we actually just did 99, and it's generated for half an hour later. It took my money out for all the shipping. I got no labels. They didn't ship out. So,
are you using stamps.com?
Yes. And so they take my money. I have to wait at least 15 days for them to approve the feedback. But don't worry, you're not waiting that long. So we tested it a little later and on 2 of them, and it worked. So then we did 50 more. I thought, let's not do 100 at a time because it took too long, and it signed us out and everything. And you can't just reprint them. You have to pay for them again. So
stamps.com is touchy. I used it for years for our businesses. It's touchy.
So
I still use it.
Which one is that?
52 of them shipped out today. If Callie remembered to go to the post office this morning.
You get reimbursed.
I don't get reimbursed for 15 days.
Yeah, it takes like 15 to 20 days. It's so slow.
It's ridiculous. I yelled at them on the phone, I have to say.
I would have too.
And they were supposed to call back with the supervisor.
Yeah.
And the supervisor never called back. Well, anyway, so Monday, we're going to try to ship out to the rest 400 of you. We're going to do it all on Monday. And then the money and the stamps.com will just have to go to the next pins. So if you got 2 emails that the pins went out, then one of the last email was a good one.
In the camera in here, they have to be a $5 or more supporter, right?
Yes. Okay. Yes. To be in video with us, you have to support at $5 or more on Patreon. And what is, I want to, some people have trouble getting my files, and I don't know why.
I don't either.
When you go to, for the 2 people support at $2 or more, you go to melodylane-inspired.com, and then you can click on projects by type or projects by occasion. And when you click on that, a white box should pop up and that's where you put in the 4-digit code. It's always a 4-digit code. So then you can get the files that way and then you click on the files. Yeah, there's even a video. And everybody who signs up, I send them a video and the welcome and everything to get there. And please, if anybody does have trouble, you can always message me on Patreon, and it's private. I always get the messages on Patreon. So if you have any questions whatsoever, if you have any requests whatsoever, because I made this wiper card because it was requested. I just ripped it. Oh my gosh. I killed him.
Oh.
Another place for embellishments.
But you know what? I could just make another one. I could still glue that in there right there.
Yeah.
I'll make another ghost.
If anybody in the YouTube chat thinks they want to be in here and you're $5 or more, you should have received an email from Melody this morning with the link.
Yeah, check your email. I will go to Patreon right now. And
spam too. For some reason, every now and then I'll find it in my spam, even though I receive emails all the time from Melanie. It'll still go to spam.
so thank you for saying that. It could go to another folder. And also, some people are not getting any emails at all from Patreon. And so I have some emails that you have to put in your contacts to make sure you get all those emails. So if you're watching this and you're not getting the emails almost every day, sometimes 2-3 times a day, I try not to post too much, but it seems to be I do. You should be getting emails for every post. And if you think you've missed something, you can go to patreon.com/melodylane, and in there you can click on the overview. That's kind of the front page, but you can click on posts and you can scroll down all the way back to 2013.
Every post, and it'll show you like where her video is. Like there's a video in there that showed how she did things. There's lots of great stuff in there, you guys.
So I found the post.
The chat saying "aw" and "poor ghosts."
Oh, yeah. And the chat is about 30 seconds behind us, so you guys know that too.
Look at Sandy Collins. She's got a ghost in the ghost icon in there. How cute is that?
Melody, I have a question.
Yes.
Go to patreon.com/melodylane. Is that also where we message you?
Yes.
Or do we go to our own account?
Go to where? What account?
Our own account.
I don't
I've
know.
not done that.
Who has messaged me? I don't know the answer to that. Because
I'll look around.
Because really, to be honest, I don't know. Like, I message you guys because I get an email that you joined. So then I can click on your name and then I can click message. But that's because I'm the creator.
Okay, I'll look around.
If you're on your own page, you should have a place for messages, and you should have a message for me, and you could always message back on that.
Oh, okay. I'll look.
So yeah, if
I'm
you
trying to catch up on the emails.
Kathy Infinger on YouTube. If you're in the video chat, you have to make sure you allowed for your video camera to turn on. If you're in, there's a little thing at the bottom of the screen. There's a video camera. Click on it.
Oh, we got 2 pages now.
Click on it and let yourself
Yeah.
open
And
your video.
if you just want to be in the video and not be seen, you can turn off your video if you don't want
Right.
to, and you just want to hear or talk. Okay. Spirit Junkie, can we know your name? Or do you want to be called Spirit? What's your first name?
My name's Trisha.
Trisha, that's right. I knew that at one
Patricia
point.
or Trisha?
Just Trisha, no problem.
Trisha. Okay.
Hi, Trisha.
Hi.
And this is your first time here, right?
I think the, in
Were you here
August,
last time?
didn't
Okay.
have the Zoom, so I just did the YouTube.
Okay.
But this is your first time in the Zoom video.
Yes, in the video, yes.
Okay. Then
Welcome.
you have to tell us where you're from and how long you've been crafting, or just something about yourself if you want to. If not, you don't have to. But we like to know who you are and where you're from.
I'm from Michigan. I just started crafting again, probably May. So I think I found you in June. I remembered seeing you years ago, and I bought a Cricut Explorer, and honestly, it was just too hard for me to do when I could only do it periodically. I couldn't remember everything, so the learning
Yeah.
curve was way too much. So I ended up selling it. I don't know, it was 4 or 5 years ago. And then I've decided to cut back at work. Through life events, I've learned some lessons and want to do what makes me happy.
That's right.
So I've been
Way to go.
crafting, and I think watching the videos is really helping me to lessen the steepness of the learning curve, and I'm really enjoying it. I've got a Maker. I do have an older Explorer, but once you get the Maker, unless
Yeah.
you want to cut repeatedly,
Yeah.
I don't really use the Explorer very much.
Awesome. I want to talk on a point she said. Do what makes you happy is so, 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 so important to a healthy, happy life. Like, if you do what makes you happy and you have that happy feeling, it sends out a vibe, and that vibe brings back more happiness. And it brings back, if you think healthy, you brings back health. Sometimes it's really, really hard. It's really, really scary to cut back at work, or, I need the money, or I need the money to live. One thing I've learned is I don't want to work to live. Like, I don't want to just keep working so I'm just alive and working, alive to work, unless you love what you do, like I do. But, I didn't always love what I did, but I don't know how to say it. It's being happy what you're doing is more important than making the money. And you think you have the excuse, but I need to pay my bills. Well, you need to cut back a little, do what makes you happy, and God will provide you with everything you need, is my point. Like, if you're doing what you love, God will provide you with what you need. And I have always said this, and I know it's true because it worked on me, that I always have enough. I changed that years ago. I used to say I always have enough. I would say that even when I didn't have enough, when I couldn't pay the electric bill and I had to pay something else instead, and then the next month I had 2 electric bills. You say to yourself, I always have more than enough, and enough to share. If you say it every day, many times a day.
Yeah, I totally agree with everything you're saying. I learned a long time ago that I have everything I need and most of what I want.
Yeah.
So I have a book.
Good one. That's a very good one.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Years, and then life kind of kicked me in the shins, and I had to learn to live all these things I'd been saying. And I totally agree. We're kindred spirits. Probably everybody in the Zoom, we're all probably kindred spirits, and everybody's story. And yeah, I'm very grateful that I am taking the time to do what makes me happy. If I want to go back and work myself to death again, I can. I can always go back and work more, but I want to do what makes me happy before I don't have the chance not to.
Yeah.
That's so true.
That is
Yeah.
so true. It's I don't know what I was just gonna say, but it's just so important to do what
We
you
probably all
love.
need lunch.
And it is scary sometimes. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Sometimes you lose a job, or you get laid off, or the business closes down. There's always reasons for that. You may never, ever, ever know the reason that this happened to you, and you're feeling sad and hopeless and scared because you don't know where the next thing is coming from. Always say, I always have more than enough.
Everybody froze again, except for me.
And enough to share. Sheila, you froze.
Can I say something, Melody?
Yes.
So true, because those of you that know that we have a middle son who is severely disabled, was born with cord wrapped around his neck. He's got cerebral palsy, serious mental retardation, diapers at 35, 10 words maybe. And when he was young, and I was like running back and forth to Mayo Clinic all the time, trying to keep him alive, I always thought to myself, why me, why me, why me? And then we moved from Omaha, Nebraska to Northern California. And I'll make this very short, but they tried to put him in a school. They weren't following the laws. They were not following the laws of California. And I took them to court to make them follow the laws. And I changed the laws for every disabled child in that entire county. And so now I know why, because I was supposed to do something to help other people. And I've continued to do that with that same community since then. And like Melody, what she does is she shares her talents and helps all of us. So you do something to help other people, you will find out the why reason that things happen that are very sad sometimes. So find out the why.
And I don't even think I share my talents. I think you guys are all more talented than I am. It's easy for me to figure out design space and things. And so I share how to put things together more. And I'm thinking I should have added some other things or some embellishments, or I used to do that. I don't know why I'm not doing that as much anymore. But I used to add a lot more of that stuff. So, but then I see you guys make my cards and make my projects and see how you guys embellish them. And they're just beautiful. Like, they're all just, I love seeing the inspiration that I give you guys, and then you guys in return give back to me and share with everybody else.
Well, I love it because, like, you know, I don't get ideas. I can follow instructions. And so, but even, I mean, you flip, like what you did today, flipping those things and making the frame. I mean, it's like, oh, wow. And then I might get like a little bit of a side idea, but that's about
Right.
as far as I go.
Well,
And so I love it because I don't get a lot of ideas. So
well, that idea, most of that video I did today just popped into my head as I was doing it. I did prepare a tiny bit, and I went and looked at the split monograms and decided, you know, I'm going to show you guys that, and then I'm going to show you just another font just to show that you can do it to anything, you know. So that's all I did, and I thought it was going to take 5 minutes, and then I spent 45 minutes, I think, because I kept getting more ideas to show. I'm like, oh, look at this. This is pretty, you know. So
It's a great class, Melody. So many people commented along the way that they learned so much today.
Yeah,
So
I tried to teach more on how, like, all the features and how, you know, the slice and contour and even coloring the different images and stuff. I tried to teach more, so even if you don't want to use that split monogram, you might learn something on how to do something else that you have in your head that you want to try.
I want to interrupt for a second.
Uh-huh.
I want to tell you how much I appreciated you mentioning how the letters filled in, because I was having that problem yesterday like 7 or 8 times, maybe more.
With the welding?
Yes, and it would fill in, and I don't know how you avoid it. That was my thing. And I wanted to ask that, and I didn't get a chance to on the other, but It's happened to me before, and I think on the Facebook group, someone mentioned that the letters might be a little too close.
Mhm.
Is that a possibility?
Yes, that's a possibility too. That sometimes if you move the letter just a bit, it will also help. So if you got that filled in and you clicked if you clicked weld and it filled it in, then unweld, or you can't unweld, you undo, and then try to move it and try it again or make it bigger. Now I had to make my canvas down to 25% so I could make the word really big and then do it.
Well, I kept deleting it all because I couldn't figure out how. So now I know to undo. I don't know how many times I undo. Went back, and I was trying to put a little phrase with the peekaboo cutie.
Uh-huh.
And I got so frustrated. But anyway, now I know the solution.
Yes.
The best thing when you're gonna
All
weld is
about
to make
trial
a
and
copy.
error.
Make a copy before you duplicate it, before you weld.
Yeah.
That's
That's
the other thing I learned.
Because if you do something after you weld besides undo, then you cannot go back and change it.
That's the other thing I learned to do, save.
Duplicate.
Oh, man. But yesterday was a good learning curve, so I got through it and got it right, but it took a while.
Melody, I have a question for you because I, for the very, very, very first time, couldn't get an answer to this when I called Cricket support. I was using the maker yesterday and everything was fine. I turned the maker off, went and answered the door, got a drink of water, came back, turned everything back on to cut again, and it would not find my maker. It said, you know, turn your maker on. And I said, it is on, machine, just go look for it. It didn't listen. And so I turned it off and turned it on, didn't work. I shut it off and I shut the program off. I saved and shut everything, it didn't work. I unplugged the plugs in the back and unplugged them from the computer and replugged them, didn't work. Called Cricket and she said, well, attach it with the Bluetooth. And I said, yeah, but the Bluetooth goes down and, you know, that's the only way we did it. Do you have another solution?
Nope.
Bluetooth. Go in your
The
computer
USB.
and make sure it's Bluetooth.
Yeah. Make sure it's connected again with the Bluetooth.
Well, it is connected with Bluetooth, but she finally threw up her hand, I think, and said, maybe it's a defective cord. Keep trying, and if you have problems on Monday, call us back and get a new cord. I thought I could swap for them. I got, I don't know, gazillions of cords.
Why don't you try to do it wirelessly and see if it works?
It does work wirelessly,
Oh, but it doesn't with the cord?
but it doesn't with the cord.
Oh.
And I have
I would try another cord.
that's, yeah, she's had me try a different plug, try it in the hub, try it out of the hub, and reverse cord, and I did all that. And I thought, why not just, and she said, well, you could have a defective cord. Other than that, do we have any solutions?
No.
Stay on
Were you
Bluetooth.
on the new one or were you on the one with the web page?
No, I was on the one with the web page.
Try it on the app, the desktop app.
Okay.
And Lynn Bledsoe is pretty techy. What did you say, Lynn? You said you might need, well, same thing I said, check your computer settings on Bluetooth and stuff.
Evelyn, if you have a phone nearby,
No.
has Bluetooth on,
I got an answer.
your phone, and then
Melody has an answer.
Bluetooth to your computer.
I got an answer because I have the best assistant that helps me moderate everything, Jamie Leonard.
Awesome.
She says when this happens, just go to Design Space and do new machine setup, and that usually fixes it.
Oh.
So try that.
Jamie. Thebomb.com, Jamie.
Well, Jamie also talks to one of the people at Cricket that does. He used to do tech support, but now he's moved up. But he helps out a lot in my group, and he actually lives in India. But he answers our questions like 24 hours a day. He's amazing. I have told Ashish. Someone's sharing their screen.
What happened?
I don't know. Happened to everybody.
Okay, there we go.
That.
Melanie put it.
That wasn't me.
You're doing earlier.
I just want to say something about Jamie. And I tell people this all the time about Jamie. I've been in some big business Facebook groups, masterminds. And they have paid moderators. I have never seen a moderator like Jamie, and I just think she is so amazing. I don't know when she has time to sleep or tinkle or eat, but she's awesome.
She's fast. Very,
Thank you, Amy.
very fast.
Yeah, Jamie is an angel. Wait, she said something to me. She says sometimes the USB driver gets corrupted. New machine setup is the only way to fix that.
Makes sense.
I have a
love
question.
with techie too. We have another techie in here.
I have a question.
Yes.
With the new beta setup, you said all the like passcodes have to be the same. Is like the passcode you used for Design Space, the way we were doing it, internet based, and the beta. Is that?
Yeah, you use your same login information, so your same email and same password that you use to sign into Cricut.com and the old Cricut Design Space you use on the new one. That way, all your projects and everything will all be the same. You could go to your neighbor's house and go to Design Space and sign in on your same thing, and all your projects and your images you purchased will be on their computer too, as long as you're signed in.
Yeah, but I don't know if it just coincidental or what, but I can't get on like to buy like the mini, like my password doesn't work anymore. And I was on the phone with them, but I was like in the hospital with my dad, and I just kept getting interrupted. So I'm not really sure what's going to transpire with that, but that's not related to the beta and the DS. Is
No,
Sometimes you can have you can have a shop password that's different. I don't think you should.
Can I say I had that same problem?
Yeah, me too.
And I called them, and they told me at Cricut that you have to use incognito on Chrome for that to work, because I could not sign in through regular Chrome to buy anything. They told me go incognito on the Chrome, and then it was able to work with my password. Everything worked after that. But
I have the same password?
Yeah. The same password on everything. And that's what Cricut told me. They said they're aware that they're having that issue with regular Chrome. You have to just go like incognito, and for some reason it'll work that way. Because I was trying to buy something off the shop, and it just would not let me. It kept saying that I had the wrong password. I had to change, but it was just the Chrome was not working.
The password is the same, you guys. Try to make sure it's the same all across.
But it's like on one of my computers, I couldn't sign in either, and I had to call support, and they just reset my password.
That's what I did. I just kept resending my password.
If you can call them and get them to reset it, then it should work.
Okay, yeah, I of course, tried like making a new account, but of course they kept saying that.
No, don't do that.
My email was already,
Already used,
something, but I never even got, like when I asked to do a new password, I never got the email from them. You know how usually when you go to reset your password, I never got the email. So I guess I'll have to wait again on Monday to call.
Yeah, I would call again.
And then the mini bundle sold out. So this has like been going over a couple days for me.
Yeah. Try doing it incognito. It works.
When you say incognito, where do I put incognito?
At the top of the Chrome browser, I think you can hit File or one of those things. Like, it's at the very top of your computer, and one of those buttons, it'll say Open Incognito window. It might be under where it says View.
I think it's not under Settings or the three little dots up at the top.
Okay, cool. I'll try that. I might just have to get the mini the way without a bundle.
Yeah, that was what I was trying to do too.
And by the way, you guys, there was a mistake on Walmart. Walmart listed the mini for $48.
Yeah, I saw that. But I
So
didn't,
check online in your area, because some of them still have it for $48.
yeah, I did. I saw that last night, and but that's in California.
No, it was all over the country. Because Tanner Bell, that was in his area, all kinds of people had
It
it.
wasn't here in Texas.
You can go to brickseek.com and it'll tell you if you have them in your area.
Right.
Go to where?
Brickseek.com.
Spell it.
And it would tell you what area, because I did that, and it was in my area. Of course, I had already had the little press, but they had them for $48. And they each Walmart is getting 3 or 4 of the little mini heat presses. And because they
You
only
guys, oh no.
Can you spell that, Sheila? What is the name of that site?
no, Tammy can spell it.
Brick as in BRICK. Seek, it's SEEK.com.
Right.
What is that site?
Don't join it, whatever you do.
Well, what is it?
Don't what
It's a
on it?
place that tells you where the sales are in your local area.
Oh, wow. Never
And
heard of it.
one part of it is free, but they do have them for $48 because I sent my friend over there yesterday to our Walmart, and she was able to buy 2. And they had 4, so she had 1 for her friend. $48, that's it.
And you have to pick it up in the store, is what I understand. You
Yes.
cannot have it shipped.
No, you cannot have it shipped. You have to pick it up at the store.
Yeah, my store manager has no clue what I was even talking about.
I don't want to say no, because it was a mistake in corporate, is what I've heard.
No, it's not. Well, the thing is, a lot of the workers do not know about it, and they have placed those in clearance. And so whoever stocks the shelves do not know that that's the price, or so they'll stick it. They have a yellow sticker on it. It has $48. Some have $45 on it,
Mm-hmm.
and they put it
Some
in.
of them were 49, some of them were 48.
Right, right.
But you can see it online if they're there.
Yes.
Cool. With
Yes.
the sale price.
Hi, everybody. This is my first time here, and I'm late because I was at my grandson's hockey game. But the Walmart stuff I know comes up all the time with spray paint. I do a lot of tumblers, and they always have the spray paint, and it's like I've gotten it for as cheap as 3 cans of spray paint for $1.99. But you have to be, you can order it, you can see it online, you can order to pick up in store, and then sometimes you get to the store and they say, oh, we can't honor that, and they take the price away. I don't know what it is that they do.
They have to honor it. If you have to screenshot it, they have to honor it.
They have to honor.
Well, I know, but they don't, they say they don't sell the 3-packs in their store. I did do it, the next time that it came up, I did do it, and I did a, pickup, I did a ship to home, and it was free shipping, and it did come shipped to my house. And I got 50 cans of spray paint for $20 or something. It was ridiculous.
Wow.
I didn't even know you could use spray paint on tumblers. I thought you had to use acrylic paint.
No, you can spray them.
When you prep the tumblers, you just lightly sand them and wash them real good to get the factory seal, and it's incredible if you just take a piece of sandpaper and lightly sand them, to scrape them up a little bit to make the epoxy hold better. The gunk that comes off of them, it's like the oily stuff that they put on them, and then spray paint it to give it a good cover, and then a place for the epoxy to grip better. So that's what I don't know. I just do what people on other sites that do this all the time told me to do.
Awesome.
But so the Walmart, you got to be careful, but my suggestion is that if you see something like that at a really, really good price, to grab, have it shipped to your house rather than shipped to the store. That seems to be the secret to get it to honor that price. If you go to pick it up in the store, some stores were honoring it and some stores were not. It didn't matter. Spray screenshots, it didn't matter receipts, it didn't matter anything. And people had very mixed reactions. Some got it at the store, some didn't, but everybody who did the ship to home got it at that price.
Thank
guys
you.
see Michael's last week there was a video that some of the stuff in Michael's was 99% off. You just had to find it in the right area.
Maria, I saw that.
So parents, purple.
99, like the spring and summer, a bunch of spring and summer stuff, including like the flowers, giant flowers, everything. It's crazy.
I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to those who are in the car while you're in this video and you're driving and riding in a car. You're really committed. Thank you. And Billy Sue, I'm talking to you. I can see her looking. She's driving though. You can keep driving.
Be careful.
I'm picking up my grand.
I do that more than I should.
Don't do that.
I used to watch, well, I still watch Tim Schmoyer, but I used to be more watching him every day because he teaches YouTube. And when I was going to work back and forth at the salon, I was committed to do YouTube, and I had to learn everything I could possibly learn. I used to put him on my phone and stick my phone on the dash where my speed limit was, and I would listen and then glance down at him just like you'd glance down at your speed limit.
Don't do that.
But I'm not looking at it more than you would look at your speed limit. I'm just listening because his videos are mostly just listening.
We have
a very early on YouTuber that was very successful in monetizing his and his wife's channel. He's a good guy to follow.
Evelyn, you've had your hand up.
Yeah, we have a couple other new people. Mary Beth Omab. Mary Beth is new and she had trouble getting on, and it would be nice if we sort of met or join the group. And I'm sure there are others.
That's Oma B.
Hello.
Oh wait, we can't hear you. Oma B.
Kathy says hello.
Hey, finally.
Okay. Hi, Kathy. We finally can hear and see you.
I can see everyone, but I can see you all, but it would not let me in to talk with you guys.
But now you're here. That's good.
Now I'm here.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I pushed the right button for you, Kathy. That's how you got in.
That's where to go.
So, Kathy, tell us where you're from.
I live in Athens, Alabama.
Awesome.
Oh, I'm not far from there.
You're not far from that? Okay.
Well, a little bit, but not. I know where it is. I'm
Melanie
south of
Moore's in
it.
the chat, and she says she's never done iron-on.
Yeah. Well, some people have never done paper either.
Oh, I know, that blows my mind.
Working on it, Melody.
Invented for paper.
Working on it.
Oh, look at Kathy. Hold on, Kathy. Kathy, show that up again.
Put you in speaker view.
Awesome. Oh, that's pretty. It's the sparkly.
Yeah. Like Michael is on there. Kathy, what'd you use?
Turn it around.
Turn it around, Kathy.
The holographic glitter.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Turn all three sides so we can see all three sides.
Bring it over in front of you.
Are there 3 or 4 sides? Oh, it's triangular.
Oh,
Yeah, that's my pen holder.
Your pen holder.
You all have the file for that. And you put them together and then make a circle.
Right? Can't you glue a bunch of them together? There you go.
Yeah, I got more to do.
Pretty.
You did the long part, the cut part.
Yeah, that takes a while to cut. Oma, I don't know if we can hear you. Mary Beth?
I'm here.
I hear you now.
Okay.
Where are you from?
Algona, Iowa.
Awesome.
Where?
Algona, Iowa, north central Iowa.
What city? What's your big city? Des Moines, closest?
Mason City.
Okay. I'm an Omaha girl.
Okay.
I'm still on Kathy.
Me too.
Yeah, we got put it back
Everybody's
together.
still on Kathy.
Kathy, you're a crack like me. Kathy with a K.
Because I can't see who's talking.
Have you,
I can't see who's
Have
talking.
I got something on I'm not supposed to have on? What am I doing here?
I
No.
think Mary Beth is Oma, right?
Yes,
Oma.
click
Oh,
off
wait.
of full view
Can't
and
see
go
it.
back.
Oh, it says Mary Beth. Click on speaker view now. Click on her and then click on speaker view. No, it's not working for me either.
No,
There.
just click gallery. Click
Now
that
try
and
it.
then go back.
I'm afraid to click anything.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I have to exit full
I'm
screen.
afraid you'll all disappear.
Oh, there, I got Oma. I got Mary Beth.
oh,
Now go up and find her in the gallery and then double click her.
No, don't want to do that.
We also have 2 pages of the gallery.
hi, Melody.
Gallery view.
Oh, there's Melody.
Oh, now I got
Is this a melody thing?
Oh, hi, Spirit.
No.
Gallery.
I can't see anybody but like 4 or 5 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because of the
Now I
view.
see Sue.
Oh, click at the top. It'll say speaker view or gallery view. If you
Oh,
click on
gallery
that,
view.
you'll see more.
On gallery.
Gotcha.
I got everybody on gallery all on one page.
I
The
don't know
spirit
what I.
junkie, what's your spirit that you're junkie about?
There was a book by, oh, no, I can't remember her name. Anyway, there's a book called Spirit Junkie by a young lady. She's probably 30-ish. She was an addict and then became spiritual. Follows the principles of A Course in Miracles that was out by Marianne Williamson many, many years ago. And so I just said that that was exactly how I try to live my life. You can't stop other people from, sorry for using this phrase, screwing you over. You can only control you and your reactions. So I believe I'm a spiritual being. And so I said, I'm gonna steal her thing. It's
Yeah.
that was her book. And so I
But now we also know you're Trisha. Know your name
No,
Yes.
to get Jerry. Jerry's sitting over there and she's got it on mute, but we haven't heard from Jerry.
That's right. I see Jerry. Somebody unmute her.
Hold on a second. I want to answer this question to David in the chat. They can't find the code this month for the files. They must have deleted the email. If you go to Melody Lane Designs, no. If you go to patreon.com/Melody Lane, and then click on post, it'll take you to the post, and over to the left of the post, you will see, I think it says password and SVG files and some other things. If you click on that word password, it will take you to all of the posts with all the past passwords and the most recent password. So you can always find it by going there.
Oh my
What
goodness.
was that?
What was that?
That was someone's TV, I think.
Sounded like a toilet flushing.
Sounded like a toilet flush in the dead.
Somebody flushed their toilet.
Lisa Jones.
I have a request.
Yes.
I am kind of new to the cricket again. Could you maybe on your lives go over the very, very basics? Like today you were talking about the design space and we could go to that teeny tiny little box in the corner to change our design space. Could you go over things like how we should save our project for sharing it and keeping it private? Because like even in the email, I was looking how you've got your Patreon files and you don't want us to share it, how we keep things private. Just look the little basic stuff that a lot of you who've been using it for years take for granted.
Yeah, that's why I
those
need to know from
things will help
newbies,
me.
because I do take some things for granted and I need to know that. You know what I mean? So I know what to share. But thanks for bringing that up, because that's one of those things I forgot that I wanted to talk about in this video. You just reminded me, is about the files. So with the new desktop app, there is no way to take that file and share it. They are working on that before they get rid of the browser, because I said that's very important. You cannot get rid of the browser until we have another way to share projects. And they promised me over and over that they would. And then they promised me again because I said, do you know how important this is to share? And it's not just to me. Many people share with their sisters or whatever, or they have a class and they want to share this project with everybody who's taking this class and things like that. It's very important to share. But right now, the only way to share, and I've had this question a lot, is when they click on my files, it opens it up in the browser, but they want to use the app because they downloaded the app. So when you click on my files, it will, for right now, open in the browser. You can then save it. And if you just click save as, and then it'll have the little thing checked for public, I think. And then just uncheck that and then save it to your account.
Uncheck it?
Yeah, we'll make it so it's not public.
So if I created a project in the new beta and saved it there, I'm not able to then share that with anybody at this point?
You can if you go to the browser and open up your projects. Okay. So I've been using just the desktop app, and I'm saving it on the desktop app, saving it in the cloud. And then when I want to go to share that, I have to open up the browser and copy the link at the top.
Okay.
So you can save it, but I'm just saying save as not public, save as private, so you don't accidentally share my projects with other people.
The problem with that also is that when you do click save, it automatically puts a check in public.
Right.
You uncheck that first before you save or save as. And if you do that, if you uncheck it, it will go private. But it does it so fast you don't catch it.
Yeah.
That happened to me.
And it's not a big deal if you don't do that. Just don't add a picture. You know how you can add a picture and a description? If you add a picture and description, you're putting it out to everybody in the world. So that's what we don't want. I mean, unless you create the project from scratch.
If you do want to share one of your own projects, now there's a search feature in the community files, which I don't know how long it's been there, but I didn't know it was there.
It's been there a few months, I think.
This is Carol. Are they working on a way to save in folders instead of just having a list of projects?
That is, I know, on their list of things they're going to add. I don't know what's coming first or if it will be in the next one or not, but I know they're working on that. I know someday we're going to have it.
Okay.
And I know someday we're going to have offset.
Oh, yeah.
I used to have all of my Cricut projects in the old software, all in folders, all nice and beautiful and organized. And
I'm used to doing
Melody.
I'm used to doing machine embroidery, and I have thumb drives galore with all kinds of designs on them, and I want to be able to do that with my Cricut things because then I can find them, and I feel like saving to the cloud. They're just out there, and how in the world am I ever going to find them among everybody else's? I
under your own projects, you have to click on my project.
Okay. And so then it would let me save to my thumb drive then.
Oh, no, you can't save Cricut projects to a thumb drive.
No.
You save them to anytime you save a Cricut project, it's in the cloud, but not everybody can get to it. Only you can unless you share it to the community.
Okay.
Well, but will that be true on the
offline?
They're calling it the offline thing.
No, you still, even though it'll be offline, you still cannot save them to a thumb drive. You can save them to your computer, but it saves it to your desktop Design Space app. You can't use them outside the app.
Right.
You can't even plug in like a USB external hard drive and
no
make it work that way.
And when the offline comes, now this is just in the beginning. There's going to be lots of stages, and they'll be doing more features, and it'll get better and better. But when the offline comes and you want to use it offline, say you're going to go to a crop and you don't have any internet, or even if you don't have good internet at home, the only way to use images offline is if you save them in a project. You can't, like on the iPad app, you can download them to your device, the single images. You're not going to be able to do that yet in the desktop app. You have to save them to a project, and then you have to save that project to your device. Now, when they were telling us this, they said, so you can show them how to save 1,000 images into one project. I'm like, no, you can't. You can't save 1,000 images. It won't open.
Yeah,
So
it would take like all year to open up.
When you have internet, save the images you want to use later for without internet into a project and save it to your device. And I will do a video on that as soon as I have the offline. I don't have it yet. I should get it this week or next week.
Make up a name that makes sense to you for those images for the project that you're doing.
Yeah. And then if
Right. How can you put those images in another project? You can't copy from one project to the next.
No, you can't.
No, but you can save the file with a name.
You can
and then open a new project and pull it in.
Say
I had other ones you don't want, like close the eye on all the other files that you don't want in that project.
Say I had 10 images and I wanted to use 2 of the images to save as a project just with that. So I could design with those 2 images and then click save as, and then I'll name another project. So I'll have 2 projects with those images, and then I can delete the other things I don't want. But that's just in the beginning, they said. So, they're gonna have more and more coming.
How long has it been since they developed the original software? How long has Cricut been online?
They released it in, I had it since January of 2014, but I don't think it was released actually until February of 2014.
And there was software before that, by the way, Cricut Craft.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cricut Craft.
Came when the Explorer happened.
Yeah, that came out, I think, in 2012 or 2013.
I had it in 2006.
Oh, yeah, but that wasn't the online software.
No, that was the craft room when they first started it in 2006 is when I first started using it.
And then they had, before Cricut Craft Room, I loved the software. What was it?
Design Studio.
I loved Design Studio.
I have a confession.
Yeah.
Like 16 years ago or something. Long time.
I have a confession to make to everybody.
Tell us.
I'm a former scan and cut user.
Oh, that's okay.
I know. I got converted.
Some people have that machine also. Sheila just bought that machine.
I have a hand injury and I use it to fussy cut instead of me having to fussy cut.
I want to know, Sheila, if that is, Sheila, is that your craft room, Sheila?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Does anyone use, after they've done iron on, use the sticky part to clean up your floor?
Oh no, I never thought of that.
Up a whole bunch of stuff on the floor with it, or on my top, and
I use it for my
carpet.
Really, that would get your glitter off your table.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
I did that too.
Oh, good.
Oh,
I love those better bench.
Look at Kathy's
Kathy's
toolbox.
got something to share.
Yeah. I love my little toolbox.
Very cute.
Great.
Pretty color.
I have its big brother.
Melody, look at these nails.
Oh, they match my nails.
I can't get the kind you have. You have the tiger's eye stuff?
Yeah, cat eye.
I can't get it here, but anyway, I just got them done this morning. I'm like, I gotta hurry up and get home. I'm be on the live. I want to tell everybody something before I forget. somebody's probably gonna ask, and I just want you all to know why the oxygen's here. I don't know if you all have ever heard of pulmonary fibrosis. I have idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis. And so I have to wear oxygen 24/7. It is a terminal disease. You're not letting it get me down. You can tell.
Yeah.
By the way, Kathy, on my Facebook business page, Glenda's Creative Place, I have a playlist of stuff that I researched several years ago, probably 3 years ago now, and did a bunch of live videos about how crafting actually helps you. It releases the correct endorphins in your head to block pain and to help your mood and stuff. So if you want to go on Glenda's Creative Place on Facebook, find that playlist and watch some
Glenda's Creative Space.
Glenda's Creative Place.
Okay. Yep. I'm sorry. I'm also deaf one ear because I have a tumor too, a brain tumor.
Go look at those videos. Watch those videos.
You keep crafting.
Yeah.
Crafting. Y'all guys haven't seen that? Look.
That's awesome. Oh, wow. Wow, it's your whole wall.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I have to keep crafting. Crafting keeps me going.
That's right. It does.
It helps block pain. It does what opiates do. It's the exact same thing as a runner's high.
So we're all on drugs.
No, I'm not on drugs.
The creative drug. The crafty drug. Evelyn made a big.
Now there's scientific proof, you guys.
I'm like Evelyn.
Let's see what it looks like. Evelyn, show us, baby.
I took Melody's original plan, did that one, wasn't big enough. I took her second one, which was the large one, did that, wasn't big enough. So I expanded on that and made this one. I can't seem to make Michael's. Michael's with the drawer for Sheila just doesn't like me.
I tried it too. I've tried it and I can't make it either. I wasted so much chipboard.
I know.
Because I want the drawers because I have all of those foil quilts. I want the drawers so bad.
I did my
Kathy's got one too. In the back.
Everybody.
Look at that one. That's the one Michael made.
That's Michael's?
Yeah.
Is that Michael's file?
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with this file.
Is it hard?
I did along with him. Where is Michael Crow anyway?
He's at Sheila's.
At Sheila's house, as usual. Husband and wife crafting, husband and wife.
I think she went to go get him.
No, she said he went home last night.
So Kathy, what did you use? Did you use chipboard?
Yes.
I could not get them to line up correctly for me. I don't know why.
That looks very nice, very nice.
I love the color.
Oh my.
I have that vinyl and I've never used it. It came in a 3-pack of something.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
For those of you who don't want to see, close your eyes. I just picked this up at the store yesterday.
What?
Where is it? What?
Who's talking? Spirit Junkie.
Spirit Junkie.
Can you
Oh,
see
there.
it?
I have all kinds of those.
Oh yeah.
Yes, tons of those.
Me too.
Tons of those.
Okay,
On
Sheila.
top of each other. They stack with
99.
Sheila, hold yours up again.
This is another version.
Oh my gosh.
I could not do that snapping back and forth, so I just have tops for all of mine.
Oh, yeah, so I like that.
Did you make that or did you make that?
I have the tops for all of mine too.
Now wait a minute. What is that?
Where's the file for that, Sheila?
That's
Where's the file for that?
In my fake project.
Can you give us drawers and then share that file on Patreon?
Yes, I can do that.
But
That would be awesome.
And the little tubes are just made from the vinyl rolls. That's all it is. It's just
Repurposing those.
I have the Votech guys cut the rolls from the vinyl. I have them at school. It's not really Votech, it's the shop.
Yeah.
I have them cut with their saw and you could do those, all different sizes, and I use them to keep my, things sticking up.
You could use toilet paper rolls too, by the way, people.
Yeah, they're a little thinner though.
But they're not as strong.
Right.
The toilet paper rolls are they bend.
That your T-shirt.
Look.
That's Lynn.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yep, it's me.
They were talking about your boobs, honey.
That's my best feature. What can I say?
I think Judy was wearing my shirt too. Is she still here?
T-shirt. And it also got
Or, yeah. Judy's
I took
wearing
this
my
to the
shirt.
LA meet and greet and made everybody look at it.
Made everyone look at it.
Who's talking?
Glenda was.
I said I took Melody's merchandise and showed everybody that they could buy her stuff. And hopefully she has a bunch of new subscribers on YouTube because I made people subscribe right in front of me. In fact, I took people's phones and subscribed for them.
She has thumb screws as well.
Guess what?
You have thumb screws as well.
I have my crochet and my.
I got it.
I see there.
Cool.
Melody, do you sell just the file by itself if we wanted to use a different kind of t-shirt?
No.
You should sell us the file also.
Well, it's just it would be a PNG.
Yeah.
I have something to share that's a little different from the t-shirts and the bags and things.
Okay.
Sheila, go.
I love decorating for the fall and everything.
Oh yeah. I forgot we have projects. If you have a project to share.
And I am making this bucket here.
Oh, that's neat.
Oh, is that cotton? Is that cotton strings?
Oh, look, the legs.
That still holds up within your homes and stuff. And you let it dry.
It's called great stuff, right?
You have to
It's
be
not-
careful with it because it expands as it dries.
That's what
It gets
I wanted
big.
it to do.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted it to do.
Sheila,
but it expand,
Can you
and I'm
say
like,
it again? What's the name of that stuff?
yeah, it's spray foam. Spray
foam.
Spray foam.
Great stuff.
And I use that to do that, and then I'm gonna spray paint this lime green, and then I'm gonna put her feet in there.
Very cute.
And the other one that I did is I put bricks in the bottom of the pumpkin. And in the top, I put the flower pot with some chrysanthemums, because that's my birth flower.
That's awesome.
Fall, it would be that way, and then Halloween, I can turn it and it would have the faces.
Oh, nice.
Like my pillows and my.
That's really cool, Sheila.
I have a whole bunch of stuff to share if you want.
Okay.
Can I say one thing real quick before I forget? I'm gonna go live today and do a live video. If anybody wants to come on and just let me know you're there, I would love it.
When and where, Glenda?
I'm not sure. I have to schedule it. It'll probably be in the afternoon. Sometime it's 20 to 11 here. I need to go eat before I fall down so I can take some medicine. So it'll probably be around 2-ish my time, I think.
She's in California.
I'll make it
5.
So that'd be around 5-ish Eastern.
Yep.
You have to do all the time, Linda. You just can't say your time.
I'm the one who always fixes the time in Melody's group. So let's say it's going to be 2 o'clock here.
No.
It will be 3 o'clock in Mountain. It'll be 4 o'clock Central and 5 o'clock Eastern.
Thank
Around
you.
that time. Thanks. Okay, Evelyn.
Okay.
I want to see yours, Ed.
This is pattern paper. It's a digital print that's just printed on a paper for an envelope, but it goes with this card.
Pretty.
And then on the inside, it has one of those parchment things, and it's a birthday card for my cousin.
Evelyn, you didn't send me that one.
No, I just finished it yesterday.
When you send that, do you ask them to hand stamp?
Yes, well, I actually usually make an envelope that is three-dimensional, which I also finish some of those. It's, and so these I also got finished. They're the envelopes for some things I did.
They consider those a parcel, right?
Yes, yes.
So how much does it cost to send it? Just approximately.
A little over $2.
Okay.
So it's not too bad.
Yeah.
These two envelopes were left over because I did the meet and greet in LA last Friday, and I gave out my thank you notes and cards and things to the people who presented. Then this mail card is a fun one.
Oh, so cute.
Do I see some
Who do I see is having a birthday? And open it.
It's an owl.
And it has a shaker card in it.
That's cute.
Here behind the glasses, so they actually see themselves. And it says, "Take a look and you will see." And it's happy birthday to Art. Thanks for, and a bunch of friendship.
Evelyn, what do you have behind the glasses? Mirror what?
It's mirror paper. So
Okay.
as you shake it around and as everything settles, you see behind and you see yourself. That's why I wrote, "Take a look."
You know I'm a sucker for anything with glasses. Only I love that. Evelyn, I would love that file. I would love that file if you would share
That
it.
is one of the die cuts from Beth Kingston on HSN with the glasses. And then this is the pattern paper that goes with it. What's on there? And it's just pattern paper printed in a large printer. And I talked to Cricket again and I added it again. Please make it so we can print on 12 by 12 paper. Now this is going to someone in our.
Evelyn, you can print a 12 by 12 paper if you have like a wide format printer.
I have a wide format printer, but I can't cut 12 by 12.
You can't do it through Design Space.
Oh, not for print and cut.
Yeah.
No, right.
Right.
I wish it would.
Yep. Keep adding that to feedback so it goes higher on the list.
Yeah, because Cricut was created for scrapbookers. So, I mean, I don't know how they've gotten away from that all these years.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, feedback.
Go ahead, Evelyn. I want to hear what you have to say.
This is the card for one of our friends that's back in the hospital. And out today.
Beautiful.
Pretty.
Somebody's baby's upset.
That's a dog. And now my dog is.
And that's beautiful. I love the front.
Puppy's barking. And I have Anna Griffin. I thought Michael might be here to share.
Michael here?
No, Michael's not here. And he's
Michael's in London. He's in Virginia.
Griffinite. And it's an easel card. If hands will work correctly. So,
Very
Pretty.
Pretty.
and that just goes locally, so I didn't have to decorate much on the envelope. Another friend has a birthday coming up, so it's one of Melody's fold over the corner happy birthday cards. And just.
And that's a May card too.
Awesome.
Very pretty.
Very cute.
Those graphics are actually coming from HSN, from Crafter's Companion pretty soon. Not yet.
Show your birthday card with the glasses again, please. What it said on the inside. I love that. I have 9 birthday cards I have to make this month.
No, I've never made anything with paper yet.
Oh my goodness. Take a look.
Oh, I love paper craft.
And you will see, because you can see, and then happy birthday and thank you for the friendship and.
Oh, that's pretty.
And you have Cricut write all that for you, or is that your handwriting?
Oh, that's Cricut. My hands are shaking so badly these days, they're not writing anything.
That's absolutely darling. I love that. So
Isn't
much.
that awesome that we can have the Cricut write whatever we want?
Yeah, that's really awesome.
Hold that up again.
Sure. Right her inside.
I love the eye. He's so cheeky.
And nobody wears glasses, right?
I hope everybody wears glasses. I own an optical store.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Love it.
Okay. Now,
Show you
I
some.
have a new love.
Oh,
Have you ever heard of kolal?
what?
This is the box.
Oh.
This is the tube.
What is it?
It comes from Crafter's Companion. You have to order it on their website because it's a trick. You get it from England, from the UK. If you want to make three-dimensional things, but you don't want to use pop dot, you can use it to make three-dimensional things that are extremely small. You can put it behind. See how thin this top to the basket is? Some of these flower things are really thin. You can get, in effect, pop dot all the way out there, but it comes out like a goo, like a dope of something, and you just stick it on and stick the next thing, and it gives you three-dimensional. And you can smush it down as much as you want, or you can put it up as much as you want. This thing is only about 3 inches high, 3 inches across, and it has 5 or 6 layers on it, and it looks really pretty on top of a card that will get
Oh, wow.
So it's like a glue.
Evelyn, are you sure it comes from England? It doesn't come from their distribution center in Orange?
No, it comes shipped out of the UK because it's not.
I used to get all their stuff from, when I had my scrapbook store, I would just drive to Orange, so I didn't have to pay the shipping and pick up all the stuff I ordered.
You won't find it there because it's not supposed to be in the US.
Oh, I got that.
There's a chemical in it that's not supposed to cross. However, there's supposed to be something like it in the US. I've never found it. I've looked for this stuff for a couple of years because quite a few of Sarah's demonstrations, she uses this stuff. It's a lot easier, especially if you've ever taken a pop dot and cut it in half to fit it under something. Yeah, you don't have to do that. You just open this, squeeze a little bit on the thing, plop the next layer on top, and there you go.
What's it called, Evelyn?
It's called kolal. Collall.
Evelyn, what they charge you to ship that?
I don't know, because it was in with some other things. It was in with some multi-layer yellow and multi-layer blue and multi-layer pink stamp pads. So I didn't order it from where? It's from Crafter's Companion. Just Google Crafter's Companion or look on HSN because they do a lot of their stuff through HSN.
She's done really well for herself.
Pardon?
She's done really well for herself, Sarah.
I know she came to CHA her first time to the Craft and Hobby Association. And
now this is the last thing I have to share. I really got around to making melodies.
Oh my goodness.
That's precious.
Now this is the 5th one I have on the fireplace. So
where'd that file come from?
This is Melody's file, and she calls it Winter Snow Globe.
Snow Cube, I think.
For my granddaughter.
She has one for every season, you guys. She has them for
Actually, this is not the same because I used Melody's pattern that's February's pattern box because I wanted the lid to be able to come off. Because in the other ones, it's important that the kids that I gave it to in the hospital were able to get their hands in there and play with things. But on this one, I can actually move the snow around and uncover. There's a little lake in there. There are pictures. Get it?
Oh, there it is.
And you could put it
Lucky Melody's file
too.
So,
An avalanche.
it's Melody's cube for February, but it's her winter scene trees.
Yeah.
I changed the house and the snowman.
The winter scene, the box is all glued together so it can be like a shaker globe. But if you want the lid, you can get it's all the same size. You can cut the lid from the Valentine box. I think it was a Valentine box to put Valentines in. You could get that one and it has the lid to it. And then I also have a spring box.
And then I also have the camping box.
Yeah. I need to make one for fall.
Yep.
Put pumpkins in it.
And there are pictures of this on my Facebook page with more pictures of this and camping and spring.
Yeah.
So you see those three. And what else?
Evelyn, what are you gonna do with that box?
Put it on the fireplace hearth with the other ones that I made, and the next time there's a kid that I know in the hospital, they'll get it.
Okay, good.
So you could pretty much put any kind of scene you wanted in that
Yeah,
box.
you could.
Right. I think that's it.
I forgot to show the wreath that I made for my front door. Out of the wooden crochet hook, wooden framey thingy. Anyway.
Wooden framey thing?
That's what it looks like. It's backwards, but it says welcome.
No, it's frontwards.
Yeah, it looks good.
Wood?
Pretty.
Is that a piece of wood?
It's wood. And I used burlap as the cover.
Is it burn on vinyl?
Uh-oh, I think Sheila's phone rang or something.
In vinyl.
I think that might be her phone.
There.
Yep, there. That's a crochet hook.
Oh, wow.
Embroidery hook.
It's an embroidery hook. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
And I made the file, and I made 3 of them. I made one for myself and my daughter.
So it seems like everybody here does multiple crafts, not just.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Everything.
I'm a
Show
knitter.
y'all.
I'm a knitter.
This.
I have to go every month, and I get tired of doing it, so I switch over to other things.
What's that?
Because
This is a little mini chop saw, and you can cut like paint sticks and popsicle sticks, those tubes, and I keep it on my desk so I can just cut little things that I need to cut.
We need to find something that cuts acrylic easy. We need
Yeah.
something, somebody needs to invent something to cut acrylic easy.
This is I bought this at Harbor Freight for $37, but it does a lot of stuff. It's, if you're working wood, it's
Show the box again, because I know my husband would love that.
That's a great idea. Buy this for your husband so you can borrow it.
that's what you do. That's what I do.
No, Melody, then you and I'd have to go get husbands.
Well, yeah, I don't want a husband. Forget
He's
that.
gone to the
Tomorrow
hardware.
mine. No
Does
worries.
anybody buy acrylic anywhere, and where do you get it?
Blankbabes.com. Blankbabes.com. That's Lori
Yeah.
Newmaker, BFF Terry. They started a business.
also you can get it much cheaper on Amazon. You can get it by the sheets, and they even sell the knife.
Yeah, but then you have to cut out the shapes yourself.
And that's what I wanted to
They
do.
cut it out for you.
I can show you guys.
This
Local hardware store.
DS, they cut it and it's only like 79 cents a blank. It's not too
Thank you.
bad.
I'm done.
Who else?
CS.
I have a husband who does as much as I do.
Yeah.
He has his workshop, I have mine.
Yeah, I have to have a separate place. I can't work in the same room as. Ooh,
That's
I
pretty.
want to know about the CSDS. Is that online?
Let me look up the website really quick for you so you can.
And they'll cut out shapes that you asked for?
No, they're already pre-cut,
Oh.
but they have a lot of different shapes.
And how big are they?
I was just talking about.
Let me look.
Tammy, show that up again.
Hold
Show
it
that
up
again.
This?
Yeah,
Oh,
I like
that's
that.
nice.
Yeah, you have to pass it on. I love that.
And I have, whoops.
Awesome.
Those are adorable.
Where do you get your glass
At the dollar
plates?
store?
Yeah, you can get those glass plates at the dollar store.
Yeah, you buy those at the dollar store, right? That's what I do.
But I put my vinyl on the bottom so you can actually.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
What's it called? A negative weed? Reverse weed.
She's telling him to buy some stop.
I think you just mirror it. Don't you mirror it?
If it has words, I mirror it, and then I put it on the bottom so that I can wash off the top and put food on it.
Oh, where can I find them?
I do that with glass cutting boards too.
I have those too. I just can't find them right now.
Tammy, does everybody know the story of that giving plate? Because that's a neat idea, people.
Where can I find
Well, you
them?
give the plate with gifts on it, like cookies and things, and then when they're gone, you
fill it up.
You pass it on, yep.
Pass it on.
Yeah.
I actually got one from a neighbor next door. She lived here a couple of years, and it doesn't just say that on, it's written in with like metallic markers. It's a black plate. It has a whole saying on it or something. It's very pretty.
I have a few
What were
different
you
ones.
showing,
First.
Kathy, what were you showing when everybody was talking?
Me?
Yeah, you were showing some stuff that it was talking.
Oh, this I did years ago. I used to just I used to solder and do cut glass. My dad passed in 2003, and this is a necklace I made in memory of my dad.
Oh.
And me and his little dog. So, and I made that. I soldered the frame and cut the glass.
Wow.
And then the other side I put a rose. And it's just a memento of my dad and I and his little pup, Susie.
I have a soldering iron, but I'm terrified to use it.
And then this is a I dabble. Well, you guys know I make the tumblers, right?
You know now. Do you use the We Are Memory Keepers tumbler thing?
No.
Did you make your own?
No, I bought one. It was expensive.
Okay.
It's called well, let me show it to you. I can't pronounce it. Kraken. If you're gonna get one, it's the best kind to get because these things are can you guys see it?
Oh. Oh, wow.
Where did you get it? So that has two spinny things on it, so you can do two at once?
Yeah. Hang on.
Kathy, can I ask you a question? Don't you get impatient with, that's my problem with the tumblers, is there's so much waiting time.
Well, I get impatient.
No. Waiting for things to dry and like the next day.
Beautiful. The one I just did.
Gorgeous.
Oh, that is beautiful.
It's pretty.
Do you sell those online or you just give them as gifts?
You know, I started to do it just to make a little extra income. Actually, I have a little Etsy shop, but I don't do. It's more or less a gift thing because with pulmonary fibrosis, I just can't sit back here. I can't make huge orders.
I understand.
So
and it gets stressful when you have to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's not good.
I see it now.
They were talking about the plate thing. Oh yeah, I see how it spins
And
now.
Kathy, are those adjustable? So if you have smaller tumblers or bigger tumblers?
Yeah, I have these things called buoys.
I've never seen that one.
I haven't either.
That's interesting. Kathy, how much was that one?
Pardon?
How much was that one? Do you mind telling us?
That one?
Yeah, the spinner thing.
About 179.
Oh my gosh!
But here's the thing with it. I tried the ones that you do that are homemade.
Right.
And the problem with that is you take the barbecue rotisserie, is what it is, and you put it together with, it's very simple. My husband did it, but it will not balance. This one actually has, we should understand what I'm talking about. The buoy, so you'll know what I'm talking about. This one has, the reason this one is so good, and I wouldn't buy from anywhere, I haven't seen anything else that's even compatible. That thing that you've seen me hook it onto actually has, these are magnetic. Listen.
Oh my God.
So once it's on that machine, it's holding it steady. It doesn't get any wobble in it. When you make the homemade ones with the rotisserie things, after a while, they kind of get this where they're doing this.
Yeah, they do.
And then you're and I have to wear this big mask when I'm in here too. I look like Darth Vader.
Yeah, because of the smell.
Yeah. Well, the epoxy. Yeah.
Right, the epoxy.
But yeah, they're time consuming. I sell them for, that's a $45 cup, and the 20 ounces are $35 cups. And people think that's too much money, but they don't know how much time goes into making.
It's a lot of time.
And where do you buy your tumblers blanks from?
I bought them from, hang on a second, let my brain kick in, y'all. I'm gonna get oxygen.
You don't have to restart all these things.
What is it? Stainless Steel Depot.
Stainless Steel Depot.
Stainless Steel Depot.
I still didn't get it.
Stainless Steel Depot.
Somebody put it Well, somebody put it in the chat.
I put the website for the other in the chat.
I saw that. Well, somebody put that other website she just said on.
Stainless Steel Depot.
Stainless.
.com?
And they
Is
would,
that where you got the machine also?
Pardon? Oh,
Is that where
no.
you got the machine also?
The machine I got off Etsy, and the machine is called the Kraken Mini Rotisserie.
Mini rotisserie?
Kraken.
And what's the end? Mini?
Thank you.
Rotisserie.
Yeah. I've never seen that one.
That's pretty.
I actually plan on giving these for Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
This is what they call the wood.
It looks like wood.
It is.
Awesome.
April does those too.
Not in it.
Yeah. That is awesome.
These are fun to make.
People were showing about the plate that they made. I had done a plate long time ago, and the lady says she wanted a black plate, but she didn't know what to put on it, so I just used
These are
oh, that's beautiful.
And I just
that
used
is pretty.
Cardinal.
I love cardinals. Cardinals are good luck.
Yes.
We don't have them here in Southern California.
I have a family in my backyard. I
No,
love
we got them in Omaha like crazy.
No, I love them in art. But that's all it is just vinyl. Just vinyl on a plate.
That's awesome. This is just, I don't know if you can see that or not. Some of the type of blanks they have.
Oh.
And these are 79 cents a piece.
Yeah.
And how thick are they, Lynn?
They're 2 millimeter, so they'll fit in the Cricut. And then you can have files. There's a one that's a flamingo, and it has a file with it, so you can put letters like, signature letters on it.
What's the name of the place?
It's in the chat.
It's in the chat, csdsvinyl.com.
Oh, I see it.
I'll put it in the chat for the video for the YouTubers.
Yeah. So you can download the files, and there's a special Cricut section for us. So.
Oh, that's nice.
Files are free.
It's just so much you can do. Sometimes your head just gets boggled down on what to do. There's so much, and I try to do it all.
Yeah, me too. But that's why I have many things going at once. So.
And they say if you actually want to make a living at it, that you need to not use so much diversity. You have to hone in on one thing.
That's a pretty plate.
I love cardinals.
Me
too. I miss them, even though they're naughty.
It says cardinals appear when angels are near.
That is true. That is so true.
That is so true.
I suppose
Very crazy.
Evelyn, do you have cardinals where you live? Because we don't.
Have what?
Occasionally. Not very often.
And no bluebirds either. No mostly.
Gobble till you wobble.
Fires happen.
Oh, maybe then, because they run away inland. I mean,
did y'all know that cardinals mate for life? They
yes.
So
do pigeons. So do pigeons, by the way.
And also, doves make for life, because I have
doves too.
Oh, doves! I didn't know that.
Yes.
Lawns are the same, they mate for life.
What do?
Lawns.
One of the things I'm having too much fun seeing everyone.
My grill, my rules. I love that.
It's too bad humans don't mate for life.
Did you guys see her pot holder? Show it again. Lisa, show that pot holder again. You guys look at that. Look at Lisa's pot holder. My grill, my rules. I love that. That's hilarious.
Sheila, I wouldn't have made a living for 30 years if humans stayed mated for life.
Are you an attorney?
Yeah.
Flamingo.
Oh
yeah, that's for you.
And look at the letter.
You can do the initials in the middle.
I love flamingo.
Cool.
49 cents.
What?
79 cents a blank.
And how big are they? How tall are they?
Light blades are pretty expensive. They're very expensive, I think.
Double check.
Is 2 millimeters the same as 1/16 inch or 1/8 inch? Somebody-
1/8.
1/8.
1/8 is a little more than 2 millimeter.
Yeah.
But we can do 1/8 in our maker.
Well,
because-
I don't know. It fits, but they're saying you really shouldn't.
I bought all those blanks from Lori, and they were all 1/8.
Well, I think they changed them now to 1/16.
I know, but I hope I can still use the rest of them.
Well, I used the one, whatever I got. I don't know what it was.
No, you had them early. I bought them right after you got yours.
On these, on the things, you can get them with a hole in the top or not. You just have to request it.
So it could go on a keychain or something.
Right, or an ornament or whatever you want. They're about
There you
2
go,
inches.
Melody needs that one.
When we get off of here, will all the things that we wanted to talk about or look at be in a link somewhere where we can read it?
This video will be here.
Yeah.
Well, the links that are in this chat in the Zoom will not be, but I think I shared the CDS and is this the stainless steel company? I'll share that one. It's in the chat. So if you go to YouTube to watch it, you cannot find it in YouTube because this is not a public video. It's unlisted. But you can go back to the Patreon where it's listed where I said here you can go to watch it.
I did that and it kept taking me to YouTube, and finally it went to Zoom and I got in, but I like 10 tries this morning.
Well,
Yeah,
this
I had
one,
the same
that
problem.
link to the
Oh, yeah.
YouTube will bring you to the YouTube video to watch. And if you turn on the live chat, the links are in the live chat. We can also.
Not shown us anything. Gloria always has things to share with us. Gloria.
Melody, what else were you going to say? We can also do what, Melody?
We can also put them in the Patreon group if you guys want to
do
share.
that.
Whoever shared these.
That'd be cool.
Please do
Your
that.
gals are so talented. Who can be my crafting buddy to teach me how to do paper crafts? Because I'm scared.
Me,
don't be scared.
Glenda.
Look at all those hands.
Glenda's been doing it for 27
I don't know how to do all the fussy cutting stuff and all that stuff.
Oh,
But
I love to do paper craft.
Don't fuss the cut.
My
I
favorite.
scrapbook with people all over the world, so I'm a paper crafter at heart, even though I love vinyl.
Are you in our
Glenda,
Facebook
besides
group?
me.
Here's that cross. Can you
Let
see
me
it?
Else crochet.
Hold on, who's talking?
Me.
Joyce.
Here's that cross I was telling you about.
Let's see. Oh my God.
I saw that on Facebook. That is beautiful.
Tell the story of what you made it for.
This is for my baby granddaughter's baptism.
Oh.
Awesome.
And that's wood, right?
Yeah, it's balsa wood.
Did you cut that balsa wood on your maker?
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. That's beautiful.
Otherwise, I just fell over.
Sound like somebody dropped a pan in the kitchen.
That's
And
beautiful.
guys, did you know that I buy the acrylic at my local hardware store?
Mm-hmm.
It's like $15 for a 20 by 30 sheet, and they cut it to size.
Like Lowe's?
They won't cut it in a shape though, will they?
No, they'll just cut it in a square rectangle.
Oh, they'll
Oh.
They cut the square.
And then how did you get that part? You have to use one of those knives things?
I have like a Dremel.
Dremel, yeah.
You used a
You can-
Dremel.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
how thick is that? Joyce, how thick is that one?
This is 1/16, I think.
Okay. That's what we're supposed to be using, I guess, instead of 1/8.
But like I said, I mean, I got a 20 by 30 sheet, and it did 18 of these for $15.
What size did you tell them to cut it to?
5 by 8. So that I have the inch for the
lights.
Yeah.
yeah, we had to make a bearded dragon cage for my son, and we used to cut all that. So, and I was cutting bigger sheets.
So you're
Yeah,
just
I
like
went to my Ace
hardware,
Hardware.
just with Ace Hardware or something?
Yeah, Ace.
Ace, yeah. Would Home Depot do it, or probably a real hardware store like Ace? You think Home Depot would do
I
it
think
too?
Yeah.
Home Depot will do it too.
Lowe's does.
And what's
Lowe's
the
does
size of-
acrylic cutting.
What's the
Lowe's
size
will
of the
do
big
it.
sheet?
Huh?
What's the size of the big sheet again?
The size I got was 20 by 30.
I took my acrylic to Lowe's and they have cut it down. They even cut the notch to go into the little light because I took my light with me.
Oh, wow.
That and Lowe's will cut. Also, they have a machine that will cut an oval, and they have cut an oval for me also.
Oh, that's nice.
Sheila, do they charge you extra to do that?
No, because the guy was my student.
Oh. Better not then,
Is enough connection.
He was one of my students when I had taught him in school. But he was able to do it. They have the machine there. You just have to ask. And you just tell them, I can't afford to pay extra for this, and they'll do it for nothing. Since you're taking that scrap, you get the scrap acrylic from them, and it's free.
At Lowe's?
Yes.
Scrap acrylic is free?
They will cut it and everything, but you have to, if that guy knows how to, it depends on the worker.
Right.
And it depends on the store. Glenda asked about the Home Depot. The smaller Home Depots do not cut glass, they do not cut acrylic. So
Right.
it's on the store.
Gotta go, the bigger ones.
Yeah, we have a big one here.
Yeah.
We have a big one.
Okay, Andrea Luna has a question. Melody, on the Hollow Queen hat, how did you get the eyelashes on the letters? We just searched eyelashes and added them on top of this O's and welded them to the letters.
I love that touch. I loved the eyelashes in that file. I thought that was such a clever
Well, those
touch.
O's kind of looked like eyes to me. So we just searched eyelashes and added the eyelashes and added them on top.
Always say you're not creative, but that's very creative, Melody. Very creative.
Okay, I tried to look for the lashes and I couldn't find them because I wanted to put the lashes on the one with the Hollow Queen on the bottom and not like with it in the top, because the top part has them, but the one on with the bottom didn't have it, and I wanted to put the eyelashes on the bottom.
Slice them out and duplicate them.
I can add them to that file. Look in the layers panel and see if
I
they're.
looked in the layers and tried to figure if I could do it, like, because, you know, the top one had it, and I was going to take it for the top, and then, but it was sliced out, and so I was like, okay, so I got confused on how to take that part and then do it at the bottom, you know,
Yeah.
and it was confusing, so I was like, oh, I'll ask, and that way, if she can help me, if not, it's okay, I'll try to figure something out. Yeah, I looked for the lashes.
Some cards I would like to share when she gets through. Not quite Cricket. I belong to a card group. Mary Diedrich, that's in this group, also belongs to my card group. And we have to do stamping sometimes, so I did this one. And it says, not tonight. And then oh no, I'm sorry, that was the humorous card made. And it says, not tonight, dear. And this one says, it's not good. And his neck is in a knot.
Oh.
That's cute.
Clever.
And then this one is a goodwill card. And hope you get back on your feet like turtle. That's cute.
Darling. Darling.
And I love magnolia flowers and stuff. So I did this one as a thinking of you.
Until you have a magnolia tree in your front yard, you'll love them. I used to have them in Northern California. What a mess they are, but they're so beautiful. But my
They are beautiful.
And then I did a sympathy card. We do a sympathy card. And I just used the glitter.
That is pretty.
Love the glitter.
Yeah.
And I love house mouse. So I thought this was cute.
Aww.
In the shoes, in the high heels. That's hilarious.
That's
hard to find examples of.
House mouse, I have the stamp. And I use
yeah.
my DX to cut it out.
I don't blame you.
So that's what I use to cut it out. I don't buy the dyes anymore because I have the DX, so I just use that most of the time. And then the last one is the little ducks.
Oh,
You're sweet.
And I colored it in. It just says best wishes from all of us. So that's like a group thing. And I'm working on a t-shirt that I'm going to a crop this month in about another week, a 4-day crop. Shirt that me and my other friend, we're doing one that says yakking and snacking and a little bit of scrapping.
Cute.
That's cute.
very cute.
That.
Well, once I finish the shirt, I'll put it up so everybody can see them. All these pictures.
Yay.
Love that. Anything with scrapping, you know I love it. I'm a sucker for it.
Sheila, did you see on HSN this past time that they had a different wraparound card for Christmas?
Yes, I did, Miss Evelyn, and I thought of you.
I was going to call or message you, and I forgot, and then it was gone.
Was that one of Sarah's?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a question, Sheila. You said that you had a stamp and then you used DS to cut it out. I don't. That's
DS.
DX.
What is it? The
It's the scan and cut.
Oh.
It has a scanner, and so you can
Yeah,
scan
so
it
we can-
and bring it down and like select the area, and then it'll cut it out for you. Instead of fussy.
So that's scan and cut, and so instead of buying dyes,
My brothers.
you just have to make sure all the lines are connected. And once you take a pencil and connect the line, that's it, and it cuts out all of that. And this
Their
was something
software is not as nice as DS. Their software is.
I love my DX, love my. And this,
I'm sorry. What was that?
this I'm doing for the little kitties suckers. I'm gonna do for Halloween when I give out. It's a little pro, and they made this, and so I'm changing it. I'm gonna use the twine for the bow on it. Another piece of paper, and it covers the little lollipop.
Hey, Debbie Keller. Hello, Debbie Keller. Just got here.
Yep.
Hi,
This
Debbie
is my
Keller.
first time here, and I'm very excited to have met you all. This is really interesting.
Lisa, where are you from?
I'm from Frazee, Minnesota.
Where?
Okay.
Frazee, Minnesota.
Where's that close to?
Right Lake.
Because I used to live in Bemidji on the on Big Winnebagosh.
I'm straight south of Bemidji, about an hour and 20 minutes.
Okay.
My son lives in Red Wing.
I actually lived in Bena. 100. It had 69 people population, and it was all the resources resort owners.
That's pretty
like
much,
Melbourne,
yeah.
Texas.
I grew up in North Dakota. I've only been here about 5 years.
Okay.
I'm originally from West Virginia.
We're at.
My family's from West Virginia. My relatives.
You were where in West Virginia, hun?
It's called Huntington, West Virginia, home of Marshall University.
Does anyone here besides me crochet?
I do.
But
I have.
I do.
How many people was it?
Me.
Me.
Not
Me.
me. I miss it though. I used to crochet a lot.
I love crochet.
Oh,
That's
Oh,
pretty.
that's pretty.
That's pretty.
Oh, wow. I saw you have a, what do you call it? Sewing model, whatever you call it.
I have a yarn wall.
No, but I saw that you have the thing that's on, the
mannequin.
Mannequin. Thank you guys. God almighty.
Where did you get the pattern? Where did you get the pattern from?
Oh, now y'all have to ask me to. I can't remember.
I
right
did
now.
mine online.
I tried to learn crochet when I was in my 20s, but it was all book stuff, and I just couldn't do it. And the people who tried to teach me, you gotta have patience when you teach someone. And if you don't have patience, you just have to learn.
My grandmother taught me,
Yeah,
and
my
she's
grandma
right-handed
was
and I'm
amazing.
left-handed.
That's
And
where
she
I'm.
taught me
My
with ribbon
grandmother
and
taught
a
me too.
Lynn, what do you got there?
It's the bottom of the baby booty.
I was gonna say, it looks like a baby booty.
Baby booties.
Cute.
Cute.
And also, if someone sits across from you, you can learn easy that way because it's doing your way.
Yeah.
So when I
Well, that's
taught
how I learned from my grandmother, is that way.
Me too.
I learned from watching YouTube.
Yeah, well, that's like having your grandmother right next to you, you know.
there you go.
I love YouTube. The one good thing about YouTube is nobody can fuss at you, and if you don't get it, you just stop and rewind and do it again.
That's what Melanie tries to tell everybody
Yeah.
every week. Watch
Just
your video. Stop it. Pause it. Do it.
Yeah.
Watch it. When you're watching YouTube, you can also slow the speed down.
Yeah.
And it makes it easier to see. And the other thing is the voice. If it's a Spanish speaking or whatever, just mute it, and you can still watch it and get what they're doing.
Translation button.
There was one, it was in Russian, and I couldn't.
Look at Spirit Junkie's comment in our chat, in the video chat. It says, I think we might need another second Patreon Hangout monthly.
I wanted to answer the question from Billy Sue. She says she has trouble with 2mm chipboard splitting when cutting it. I've ruined 2 pieces of chipboard because of the layers of the board separating.
Open it up.
Sometimes if you cut things, it needs to be, they say, like the size of a pencil eraser away from each other. Don't cut things that are too intricate or too close to things. Even on my, oh my gosh, I can't think of it. The blade holder.
An example.
Even on the blade holder, I had to separate the pieces after I hit make it so they weren't too close on the board. Otherwise it does that.
You know what?
Let me see. Spotlight video. Yeah, see, that's good.
You
That's
have to
enough
separate.
room.
Even though you got that, what is it, 1/8 of an inch or whatever, that little red line,
Yeah.
I still move it over because if you don't, it gets too close.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You can't do intricate stuff with chipboard.
No, you can't.
And trust me, you need to let it do all of its passes. Don't stop it early.
Okay, so let me ask a question. When that chipboard first came out, there was this big hubbub that you need to open it up and let it air out. Do people do that, or do you ever just grab it out of the thing it came in?
Mine's opened up.
You open them all?
Mine's opened up too. Well,
Mine are all open. I have a pile this high.
Okay, but they're just not piled on top of each other.
Yeah.
but they still here. I mean, paper needs to breathe. I hate to say that.
Yeah,
But
I've got mine up in the thing, and I took all of them out of the thing they came in from Cricut, and they're all sitting there. That's what I do. I don't know.
one thing to remember about paper, though, in especially humid places, you need to fan the paper before you use it because it's got a lot of moisture in it. It'll pick up a lot of moisture in humid places. And it makes a difference.
And also sometimes if you want to cut on the grain, if you've got a difficult project, intricate, you cut on the grain instead of against the grain, it's better.
I wonder if you iron the paper with the easy press first.
Yeah.
I'll take the moisture out.
That's a great use for the baby.
All right, ladies, gotta go. Have a nice week.
Bye, Joyce.
Bye, everybody.
I think we're going to end this unless somebody has something they want to show real fast.
Donna wants to say something.
I have a question.
Yes, Donna.
I'm having trouble with my Art glitter glue. It wrinkles when I use it. It wrinkles the paper. What am I doing wrong?
Paper.
You're using too much.
Too much.
No, I'm not using it a lot because it's getting very it's very dry here, so it's drying very fast.
Oh, that's
Huff
true.
on it. Before you put your paper on, huff on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try that.
We need more humidity. We can send you some from Texas. You can have
No,
a
I
lot.
do thanks. It actually snowed up in Mount Rose the day before
wow.
yesterday.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't want it to stay up there. Pardon?
You can also use a brayer. If you see it start to wrinkle the top layer, take a brayer and go over it. That'll
Okay.
help.
Thank you.
It basically removes the glue under the paper.
I made it's on Design Space, and I made the bubble bath card, and it turned out really well because I did it slightly differently. But the piece that I glued to the inside, it all crinkled, and then so I'm gonna have to cut it and mount the front on something, mount it on another card and do it that way. So
also you can take the glue bottle and run hot water on it, and it thins it out.
True.
Okay. Good.
Just run it on the hot water.
Top on it, the pin
Thin it
float.
out. Right. Run it on the hot water. You don't have enough moisture. Just run it on the hot water, the whole bottle. Shake it a little bit, and you'll notice that it's thinner when it comes out.
That's a good idea.
See, it's good to talk, ladies.
I'm able to take her answer now.
What is it? I had a craft you wanted to show.
Judy has something to show, I think.
Show us.
Oh my gosh.
I just found out my best friend from high school. She was reaching for something in the house and she fell and broke her hip.
Oh no.
So I made her this card with the help of Linda and May. I've been getting into more of the stamping. And
that's cute.
Learning how to use my cutter from Cricut, to make different elements and embellishments.
Tell them what it says on the front of the card, Judy.
It says, well, you can use a little pickup, and then in the license plate, just for you one.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then in here, I'm going to make some little flowers and put them in here and put a sentiment over there.
That's great. That makes me so happy. That makes me very happy, Judy.
We learn so much from each other on these things,
Yes.
That's why Billy Sue said we need 2 of these.
You guys have Billy Sue. She wasn't here when you guys answered her question.
I'm sorry, what?
Say it again.
Billy Sue, what?
Billy Sue wasn't here when you answered her question about chipboard.
Well, okay. Oh, she's here now, though. Oh, okay. There she is. Okay, so, when the chipboard is too close together, it'll split. You need them at least like the size of an eraser, separated. Don't put all the cuts. You have to move away from each other.
Melody. Dogs went crazy. She had to mute. She may not be hearing. Can she hear?
She can hear if she's muted. We just can't hear her.
Okay.
So when your images are too close together, it will split a little bit. So just try to move them apart, and you can't do real intricate stuff.
Like a pencil eraser apart.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give it a try again. I need to move around the pieces for the pen holder.
Yeah, I had to move those. I had to move them all around. Don't let them be where they're at. You got to move them apart.
Okay. I need to work with
that. Your blade is clean inside. You know how to take your blade out and blow in there and make sure there's anything stuck inside?
Well, with the knife blade.
Yet, but I will. Great. Thank you.
Pen holder, if you can move the ones that have the holes closer to the bottom of the mat, it works better because then, as Melody said, as they're cutting, they may get to cut 15 or something, and they pop out.
Yeah, I don't know why the circles get cut out first, and I noticed that they're loose and popping out. So I grab my pokey tool and try to poke them out while it's still going. When they're close up, I grab what I can get and poke them out.
Pokey. I always try to use the tweezers.
This is Melody's pokey tool.
Yeah, I use that too. I use the knife and I stab it.
Melody likes this one.
Yeah, I like that one and the true control knife that she held.
That's what this is. I have 10 different brands of X-Acto knives, and they're all in the drawer, and I never touch them anymore. Only
I stab those circles with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does have a pretty good blade on it, doesn't it?
I weed with that too. Over the years, I've gotten used to using
I'm
my
just
stuff.
afraid I'd cut myself.
I use a dental tool.
Oh yeah.
This came from a dental's office, and it is the best thing I have ever used. It is such a fine, such a thin wire, so strong, and has a great point. And they were going to get rid of them, and I said, "I'll take them." And I got about 6 of them, and this is the best tool I have ever used.
Anybody ever used a pin tool from Troy from 651 Vinyl?
No?
Pin. It looks just like a pen. For intricate stuff and like inside the letters and stuff, it is amazing. I don't know if you guys can see it. Look how tiny.
I have that.
Troy sells those online.
Pin, or pin. 651vinyl.com, and that's Troy, who's always been a great contributor in the cricket community. He's really helpful.
Talking about the dental tools, I just ordered a set from Walmart for $3 or $4.
Oh wow!
And it's a full set, even with the magnifying little round thing. So I can't wait for them to get here. But the cricket weeder that it's got a bent tip on it.
This is my favorite. I wish they'd sell it separately. There it is.
I have a lot of trouble using that one.
Oh, I love this one. This is my favorite of the cricket weeding tools right here.
I'm interested to see how the dental tool works different from it.
Let's all wave at Kathy's husband.
I have a question.
Hi, Kathy's husband.
Okay.
Where how do I just ironed on the bottom, this on the bottom of my Easy Press. How do one like this. How do I get the sticky stuff off of the bottom of my Easy Press?
Oh.
With a damp cloth.
You could try.
It's cooled or
yes,
now?
after it's cool. After it's cool.
You could try lemon oil or Gooby Gone, probably WD-40.
Glue Gun is good, but then you have to clean it with alcohol after because it'll be oily.
Yeah.
There's a product that you can get in the notions departments at a lot of fabric stores.
Yeah, where you put it on.
I think it's called Iron Off or something. It's by Dritz, comes in a little tube, and it doesn't leave a residue. I've used it with my regular iron, haven't had to try it on an Easy Press, but I can't believe it wouldn't work pretty well for that.
Yeah. Okay.
Kathy, how are you getting sticky stuff on the bottom of your Easy Press?
What happened was, this is part of a shirt. Wait, I'll show you.
Sometimes it moves over to the edge and that glue gets on like on your pressing mat too.
I'm doing these shirts. And I was trying to do one last step. So I have the smile and the red at the same time. And I
carrier sheets are touching, you can't do that. The carrier sheets cannot touch each other.
Well, I just found that out. And so,
That's how we learn.
so I took.
Do you have the mini?
I took the little part of the red off while we were talking about those tools. I used my X-Acto knife and I cut that part off, and I was trying to iron another one on, and I'm like, oh my gosh, where's the plastic part? And I looked at the bottom of my Easy Press, and sure enough, one was there. So I was just gonna try another one, but the sticky stuff's on my.
Do you have the mini press? Did you have the little mini?
I don't. Only because my I was having trouble and I didn't do the incognito thing yet.
By the way, this will take this takes stuff off the front of like any vinyl. If you want to like restart your project over again,
That's
you
what I
can
have.
use this stuff and it'll lift your vinyl off.
The VLR.
Yeah.
I thought someone said
on Amazon.
acetate too would work.
Ooh, I'd be scared of that.
Acetone.
But that's what nail polish is.
I'm
You
scared.
have to be careful.
I'm scared acetone would take the color out of your shirt.
I would keep it away. Keep it away.
What did you call that stuff, Glenda?
VLR.
It's on Amazon.
Yeah.
VLR.
Alba Chem is the name of the company. Alba Chem. V like Victor, L like Larry, R. Lettering removing solvent.
How well does it work?
It works good.
It works good. I've used it.
Yeah, she has used it also. Tanner Bella's used it. Lots of people I've seen use it. It works well when you make a mistake.
Shirts are too expensive not to be able to correct it.
Oh, I have a great question. I have a grandson. I have like 15 4T blank shirts still for him. He's our oldest. And just found out when I made him a new shirt the other day that his mom says now he's a 5T, which is equal to an XS, extra small. I tried to find those in Joann's and they don't have extra small youth. It goes from 4T to small. Does anybody know a good place to buy that kind of size of shirt?
Walmart.
Blanks?
Walmart. Well, yeah, blanks at Walmart. They have like collared tees. They have
Black and white.
Yeah, and Walmart has like.
And I saw some extra smalls at Hobby Lobby, at least.
I was gonna check Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby.
Joann's.
I was at Joann's and the manager said they don't carry it.
They don't carry extra small.
Yeah.
It used to a long time ago, but that's been.
Apparently not anymore. I don't know. I didn't look online. I was just mad because they had them on sale like 3 for $9. I'm like, well, I can't buy anything.
Michael's has this weekend $1.99 for t-shirts.
Yeah. $1.99.
Yeah, but they don't carry extra small and get in on the
They have that size. The
t-shirts.
You can have that size.
Okay, guys, I think it's time to go. It's been 2 hours.
Wow.
Educational.
On this?
2 hours of
Educational. I've gotten so much education today, Melody.
Yeah.
Good.
And the first video. Thank you so much, Melody, for what you do for us.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for being here for me.
And I'll be going live
Melody,
somewhere
the
around
hair's
2 or 3.
beautiful today.
Huh?
Your hair's beautiful today.
Oh, thank you. I was supposed to get it done today. An hour ago, my appointment started, but I called yesterday morning, and I called yesterday just after 9, and at 9:12, they said, can you be here by 9:30? I wasn't dressed yet, and I said yes.
It's really shiny. It looks like it's brand new color.
Gorgeous, yeah.
It is. I haven't washed it yet, so it's brand new color.
Question.
Yes.
Do you know when they're going to have meet and greets down south?
No.
There's not going to be very many more.
They aren't going to have many more?
I don't know.
I sent them an email and said, hey, Texas is a big place. You need more than one meet and greet here.
One in the Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Went to
Oh,
the
they did
LA
too.
one. I had the baptism that weekend, so I couldn't go.
Oh.
I was in the hospital.
I think they know they want them, but they're also really expensive for them to do.
Yeah.
I think they should charge for them because you get a lunch and everything, and you get prizes and.
We used to pay $15 to go to those kind of things with, places. And
You'd pay $50 to go into those.
And they're doing 2 meals a day. They're doing 2 meals a day too, also.
Yes. And
Yeah.
renting ballroom.
And flying their employees out there.
We used to call them career conferences, and we'd go for the weekend, and all kinds of classes and fun stuff, and pay $75.
Yeah.
They should charge at least like $25, I think.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
And then they give out the cricket cutie, so you're already getting
Yeah,
that.
you get that.
Yeah, you get your money back and free stuff, you get.
Yeah.
And some.
All all the demonstrations, everything. They did so many demos.
Because then they could afford to do more too, you know?
Right, exactly. And they did a lot of demos with the baby Easy Press.
Yeah.
With Invisible ink showing how it's great, move it around. I tried to tell Tanner Bell that you can move it around on Invisible ink and he doesn't believe me, so.
Oh, well, you can.
Yeah,
I
Melanie,
know.
show that
He's a
one.
little behind.
Well, they may be doing it for a tax write-off, but even that, if they charge, they wouldn't be.
They wouldn't get their money back for them, the whole thing, even if
No,
they
it would be a
charged
reimbursement.
$25. Yeah.
Obviously, when we're there, I bought a bunch more Invisible inks. I bought more T-shirts of theirs, you know.
But
I'm
that
not-
went there, Michael's,
not
that
cheating.
did not go to the place. That was from Michael's. You bought more stuff.
Yeah.
I know, but they are the manufacturer, so it helps them still.
It's trickle down
Yeah.
effect.
Trickle down.
Okay, Melanie, it is time to close. I just
All right.
need the word. We need to talk.
This was a great morning, everybody. Thank everybody.
Fantastic.
Thank you, everybody.
Good to meet everybody. I'll be live later if anybody wants to come. I would love it.
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Bye.
Thank
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Mel.
Oh, I gotta go to. Oh, I'm still live, aren't I?